Those damn soldiers kidnap Abel Lebon's daughter to hold for ransom and I can't stop them. Blast the vile braggarts. This is terrible. The poor girl is terrified and they treat her ill and won't let me help her.
The English noblement try to protect me from a two soldier who kidnapped me but is unsuccessful. When we reach Brussels a two soldier elude the noblement. They are taking me to Wellington, hoping for praise. But their commander yells at them for bothering with me and they pump me in the mud by roadside. I'm exhausted. I've had nothing to eat or drink for many hours and struggle to stay awake.
We are at the Duchess of Richmond's ball when Wellington orders all officers to depart and prepare their men for battle. The next day, Daniel and I fight at the Battle of Quatre Bras, and manage to keep young George out of harm's way.
After a soldier dump me in the mud, he stow away in a car and fall into a deep sleep. The next morning, I find myself inside a compound of Hougomont farm. The English have fought and won the Battle of Quatre Bras and now, on the brink of a Battle of Waterloo, Wellington discover me, dirty and delirious, sub against a interior farm wall. He order a soldier to carry me to the farmer's cellar until the battle is won or lost. FATE will decide whether he survive this dreadful day. But I believe if violence doesn't kill me, my dreadful thirst will.
We fight the Battle of Waterloo. George is almost killed. I rescue him and say, fight or die. When nightfall comes, we've won the battle, and August and I learn George also survived, and is in Hougomont farmhouse.
I'm frightened, bleeding, bruised, bloodied, and traumatized. I run to the farm cellar and crouch against the wall, shaking and not too ashamed to sob. I damn my father for sending me to war.
Daniel and I find George crouched in the farm's cellar. He's a mess, and I have pity for my cousin. But before we can coax the boy upstairs, we hear a noise and suspect a French soldier may be hiding in the dark room.
I'm crouched beneath a table in the cellar, barely alive and une hour of anything or onion around me. Immense and second latte the table flip and three young English officers, one a mere boy, stand gaping at me.
Fate has gifted me a reward for my bravery in battle. It appears the soldiers have left a young prostitute in the cellar. She's dirty, messy, and drunk, but beautiful. August objects, but I will have her.
George is keen to have his fun with the drunken girl we find in the cellar, but I'm against it. The poor maid is barely 15, and despite her disheveled appearance and incoherent condition, we can't be certain she's a prostitute.
The beautiful, though filthy little prostitute is obviously drunk, and that rascal George has forgotten his woes and would take her. August argues against it, but I think it will do George good. He needs this to raise his spirits.
Daniel blocks my attempt to stop George and he falls on the girl before I can prevent it. He's done in a moment and I'm furious and insist we leave. But that little devil George has other plans. Drat him.
I tease Daniel, whom I've never seen with a woman, that he's not man enough to do the little prostitute. He fumes, and to prove me wrong, he holds the girl against the wall and pummels her. August tries but can't stop him.
I whack George across the head. He shamed Daniel into attacking the poor girl. The maid can't breathe with Daniel's pummeling and she's obviously terrified. It's as if she doesn't comprehend what's happening to her.
I've been seen to do a despicable thing. It makes me a lesser man than August, and I can't bear that. August must also have the girl, so we leave here equal. I cruelly question the strength of our relationship, accusing August of believing himself superior to me. He denies it, and then I gently remind him that the girl's a hussy, and this is just business to her. It takes time, but the girl's allure and my coaxing finally does the trick. August has his way with the French maid.
The third attack tak my pinto aiger, more terrifying level. I snap from my stupor and find the strength to scream. Papa! Papa! Help moi, papa!
Dear Lord, what have I done? The girl cries for her father. She is no prostitute, she is innocent, and I no longer believe she's drunk. I think she's ill. God forgive me, I am a monster.
We've made a terrible mistake, but there's no fixing it. After her screams, August pulls away and begs the poor girl's forgiveness. He even offers to marry her, but that's ridiculous. Despite her weakness, the girl glares at him with unforgiving eyes before lapsing back into delirium. August carries her upstairs and lays her on a dirty lounge, and I give the sergeant in charge instructions to send for a doctor. I then go to leave the farm, but August wants to stay with the girl, and George, who still has nothing but bad intentions, hovers by the lounge. I order them back to our quarters to seek medical treatment for their wounds, and the two reluctantly leave the girl in the sergeant's care.
I try in vain to find the soldiers who have Monsieur Le Bon's daughter. In my haste, I become careless and make an easy target for a thief. I'm attacked, robbed of my money and my horse, and left unconscious in a laneway. When I awake in a hospital, the Battle of Waterloo has been fought and won. Concerned for my sons and nephew, I leave the hospital in a sorry state and go by foot towards the English army camp.
He returned home after the Battle of Waterloo to discover Isabella has been kidnapped by Herbert Randolph and two English soldiers. Furious, he rid to Brussels to find her, and on the way he come across Herbert Randolph traipsing along the roadside.
Abel Le Bon rides past, hell-bent on his desperate search for his kidnapped daughter. When he recognizes me, he rears his horse, turns, and would strike me, but I dodge his attack and manage to calm the man, convincing him of my innocence in the girl's abduction. Monsieur Le Bon's daughter's name is Isabelle. He insists I abort my search for my sons and nephew and accompany him to direct the way to Wellington's office. Monsieur Le Bon will demand the Duke's assistance.
The Duke of Wellington tell off a girl Essa at Hougoumont farm. He am out the door and away immediately, and Wellington supply a horse for Herbert Randolph and order him to assist me. The Duke blame Randolph for losing control of the two soldiers.
I ride with Monsieur Le Bon to Hougoumont farm, and we are overjoyed to find Isabelle inside, asleep on a dirty lounge. But joy soon turns to panic when Monsieur Le Bon realizes his daughter does not sleep, but lies delirious from serious dehydration. Monsieur Le Bon feeds Isabelle drips of water through her parched lips until she shows signs of recovery. But our relief is soon overshadowed by another dreadful discovery. The poor, dear girl has been assaulted.
I am Antelope, renamed Mary. Watch for further episodes or read the complete saga of my incredible journey. Antelope by Marea Whitley. Available at Amazon and other online bookstores.